Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another episode of Making the Jarvis program. In this section, we're still working on the Google Home. Today, we're going to be implementing the Google Calendar program inside our main program. And for this, we're going to be using the Google Calendar API. I'm here on the quick start page, just looking around. Quick stuff, to install this, you need to run this command, which is pip install -- upgrade space Google API Python client space Google auth HTTP lib2 space Google auth OAuth lib. Once you have done that and it's all downloaded, we're going to be creating this file right here. The reason for that is because the Google Calendar is very picky on how you can access it. So, we're going to make this in our Jarvis help file. So remember, this is where we've been making everything. So we're going to call it get calendar events. Alrighty, so we need to import some files. So we're going to need, first let's get rid of that. We need the date time, which we have. OS, we have that one. So now we're going to need to import Google .auth, and these should all be froms. So from Google.auth .transport .requests import request. Now from Google .oauth to .credentials import credentials with a capital C from Google Google _auth _OAuth lib import OAuth lib .flow import installed app flow from Google API client Google API client .discovery, import build and then Google API client .errors import HTTP error. Alright, scrolling on back down, and we're going to be calling this from here in the file. Alrighty, so we need to define some scopes. The scopes are going to allow it to access certain parts of our Google account. For that, we're going to call HTTPS www.googleapis.com/auth/calendar .read only. So I don't want mine to write anything. You could of course change that later on. Like if I built like a Google Calendar app for this, kind of like how I have the weather app, I would, of course want to write, add events to the day. But as of right now, I don't care about that. Now, creds equals none. So, what we're going to be doing is it's going to check for this token file right here. So that token file is something that it's going to create. If it doesn't exist, it's supposed to create it. I was having some problems with it earlier to where it wasn't creating them. That's why it's still there. I'll try here right after we get done writing this and see if it goes through. But if it does have it, it just uses that to get the data. Like I said, if not, then it creates it. So we're going to say if os.path dot exists, and it's going to be token, should be token dot JSON. Creds equals credentials dot from authorized user user file token dot JSON. Just like that. Stick me in there. No. Okay. Good. And then we're gonna pass in scopes. Just like that. Now back out, we're going to say if not creds or not creds dot valid and we're going to say if creds and creds dot expired and creds dot refresh token creds dot refresh. We're going to pass in requests. Else. Let's see. Else flow equals installed app flow dot from client secret file. Credentials dot JSON comma scopes and creds dot flow dot or creds equals flow dot run local server port 0. Why are you giving me a problem? You good now? Okay. Now back out here, we're gonna say with open, and we're gonna open up that token.json. This is literally just what they have down inside the API sheet. We're gonna open it with W, which is write. We're gonna say as token.write creds dot to JSON. So it's gonna be out to here. We're gonna say try service equals build. And we're gonna build calendar, comma v3, comma credentials equal creds. And we're gonna say now equals date time dot date time dot maybe that's just here UTC now. So I'm passing in daytime now. Dot ISO format plus capital Z. Print getting the upcoming 10 events. Events results equals service dot events dot list, and we're going to say calendar ID equals primary. I'm pretty sure this is where you could change it to get other calendars if you had, a work calendar on your thing or whatnot. Time min equals now. Max results equals 10. Single events equals true. Order by equals start time. And then dot execute. And then events equals event results dot get items, and there, just like that. If not events, print no upcoming events, and return. Then for event and events start equals event start right here. Dot get, we're gonna pass in date time event. Inside the brackets for event, we're gonna pass in start dot get. Oops. Come back here. And then we're gonna pass in date. Print start and event summary. Now to the accept clause. Accept should be HTTP error as error print an error has occurred. Percent %s percent error. Alright, now we run this. What I should get down here is no new events or whatever. So what do we have a problem? Line 150, line 137. Alright, let me look here. Service.events.list, calendar ID, primary, time now, max results 10, single events true, order by, start time execute. Okay, there we go. So we have my events, mostly just generic ones and birthdays. So that gets us our events. Now we don't need 10, all I did was 1. So we run that now. The upcoming event is Veterans Day. Be clear. That's nice, but clear. So we run that now. You see upcoming 10 events, but it's actually just 1 is Veteran Day. Now what we want to do is we want to take this and change it so it only gives us today. Alright, and over here, we're literally just going to copy what I did over here. If I scroll up here to the top and find it. Get calendar events. So I literally just used the same thing and then altered it. What we have is this right here. What we do is we're going to split it based on the dashes, because if we actually print start, it's giving us a date. So we're going to split it. Then we're going to get the second and third values, which is the month and a day. And then we're saying if it's equal to today, return the summary. I'm just going to copy that instead of typing that all out. We're going to come here and Control V. Else return no events today. So if we run this now, have an unexpected indent. Yes, right here. Shift tab that back. Run it again. Let's see, month is not defined. That's because up here at the top, wherever the top is, I am just importing regular daytime. So we need to get the month and day. So the way I did that in the original one is just current time, and then the same way we would whenever we're building our regular files. We'll put that up here. Shift tab. And I can get rid of that first daytime just because of the way this one is. So we run that now. What do we have? Getting the upcoming 10 events. Let's see. What did I do there? I haven't dealt with this in a long time, so I did the same thing. No events. No event today. Event.summary. Did I do that wrong? No? So, let's see. Print start. So we run start. Like I'll show you. It's a next event on my calendar. So now we're saying we're splitting it, so if I actually print here, so print start, you can see here it's split. So we're saying the calendar day is equal to the second start, which is this one right here, which it is. And then the calendar month is equal to this one, which is the first. Let's see, if I just make an event on the calendar for today, that'll be easier to see, say it's the 3rd, 11/3. All day, we'll name it test. Save. So we run this again. You can see now it says 10/3 or 11/3. It's month to day. So it's saying if the calendar month equals today's month and the calendar day equals today, return that. I just realized I haven't been printing is why it's not giving me a value back. I didn't work this one. You can see, like I said, I named it test. There you go. So yeah, that's working fine. So I can actually get rid of that. Save, and we can get rid of this now. And we can actually jump into our main Google Home. Now, we're gonna start with the home screen with no music. And we're gonna scroll down to where we have the Google Calendar right here. So right after these two draw statements, we're going to say print line, and we're going to pass in string of month abbreviated, sorry, I'm reading off my original version, because originally if I run this, so this is the original one, it says the month, the day, and then whatever's the event. Do I not have a month or day? Okay, they're right there. No, wait, this is the wrong one. Over here. Because I could change that. Oh yeah, I don't. So up here we're going to define month to day. So month equals current time dot month, and day equals current time dot day. Like that. Now down here, inside here, we can have a string that says month, which is going to give us a single digit value. So instead of just passing that straight in, what we can do is come up here and grab this abbreviated version. We can get rid of that. Throw it in there. Scroll. Month underscore ABBR. And we're going to pass in month. Just like that. And then, let's see, we're going to add a space. And then add in the string value for day. Alright, and then 40. The position will be int width divided by 2 plus 75. 75. And then 210. Let's see the color. So it's not quite like black or white or anything like that. So we're gonna do 102, 102, 255. Work now. Run it. Right there. So it's kind of that bluish color, but not just real. It's not blue, it's not purple, it's just there. Alright. We can now do the next print line, so print line. But before that, we're going to need to get the calendar events. So calendar events equals Jarvis help file dot get calendar events. And now we can do print line, and it's going to print that calendar events. So technically, we can actually do Jarvis help file dot get calendar events. That would save us a line of code. So this thing's already long enough. And then we're going to pass in 30 for our size. So it's slightly smaller. And then for the position, it's be width divided by 2. Int width divided by 2 plus width divided by 4 plus 40. Don't question it. I don't even know at this point. I just know that's what I did originally. We can alter it as we go. And then 210. Next, here's the color, which we passed to black. So we run that now. It should say test right now. Is there a maximum amount of calls per minute? 'Cause I just thought of that. Maybe go down to overview. Maybe this overview. I just want to double check because I just realized it was constantly calling. What I could do is we could just take this. I think that's what I actually did. Control X. We're going to go ahead and add that calendar event back. Calendar event. We're going to scroll up here and find where previous minute equals that. Calendar events equals that. Then down here, just like that. Which problem? Possibly unbound. Alright, fix that, come up here. Calendar events equals blank. Or let's set it to no events today. Run that. So we can see it runs once, but nothing's being printed. So let's check this out again, because I might have just put a number wrong. So for calendar events, we have 30, and then width divided by 2 plus width divided by 4 plus 40. Let's run that again. There we go. Now it's displaying it. Alright, and I can change that. So like, if I go to my Google Calendar on my phone, and I change the name, for example. Change it to hi there. We're going to save. And just to reload this, I'm going to come over there. And then go back. You can now see it says hi there. And that updates every minute. And then if I actually just delete it, because it's obviously fake, and just for this episode, no events today, which is the majority of the time. Lastly, we're going to add the Google Calendar logo. To do that, we're going to have to import it. So guess what? Back to this long string. So Google Calendar logo equals pygame dot load or dot image dot load directory plus slash slash images slash slash clock images slash slash, and let me go into here and see what it's actually called. Google Calendar icon or Google Calendar logo. Now let's see. We'll open up one and the other. We're gonna do logo. So Google Calendar logo .png, just like that. And we're gonna scroll right down here, and we're gonna run clear W because I just usually copy and paste them, or I could just grab that, Control C, and that's how I get clear W over and over. We're gonna pass in Google Calendar logo, Google Calendar logo here. For its size, we're going to make it 50 by 50. And then we're going to put it onto the screen at, sorry, here, int width divided by 2, and at 120. So we run this. What do we have? Google Calendar image not found. Jump up here. Right click. Copy relative path. And then Google Calendar logo. Control V. Because I just need this. Maybe not. It might be that I just spelled images wrong. Yep. So now I have the tiny little Google Calendar logo there. And that's how you add that. So to finish wrapping up this episode, we're going to go ahead and add that to the other program. Or not the other program, the other page. We're just going to do that by copy and pasting it on there. So that was no music. Now we had to do it to the one with music. That's the weather app. Google Calendar right there. Like that. So if we run this now, nope, go back. Calendar events. We need to do that one. So up here we'll do calendar events equals Jarvis help file dot get calendar events. And then to get rid of that red squiggly, we're gonna come up here. Calendar events equals no events today. And then lastly, we need to find, let's see, down here somewhere, there it is. Month equals current time dot month. Day equals current time dot day. And then we need to grab this right here because I'm not retyping all that. And we're going to place that right here. Control V. We run that now. And we click on that app. Okay, as you see, it's the same. What we could do is, since there's the Google account here, we could actually make this so if you click here, it'll automatically reload it. And the way we would do that is inside our text area or the clicking area, whereas Google Calendar, we would just do calendar events equals Jarvis help file dot get calendar events. So every time you click on it, it'll reload. But otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, let's see, what should we get on to? If I load the final version, or so far final version, we could go into media. That wouldn't be a hard one. We can do media. All we have is just the 2 apps, so maybe not. Maybe we go ahead and do this timer program. This timer program took me a while to figure out as well, because I made it run across apps originally. So I guess we could do that. We'll go ahead and start trying to figure out this timer program. So that'll be all for this episode, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Alright, as a quick side note, I just realized I didn't really explain how to get your client secret packet and the credentials. So inside your program, it's going to call for this token, or it's going to originally call for this credentials.json file. To get that, you're going to need to go over here to the calendar API system and click right here to go to credentials. And it's going to open up your Google Cloud Console, just like this. And then you would do either create new, or if you already have one, you come down here and you can just download it, and it's going to download a file that looks like this. You'll just rename that to credentials and then put it in your home folder, and that's what that'll be calling from. And then when you run it, it'll make that a token.json file.